Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I will never get to go take a day off of YouTube ever, as much as we wish we could, but right now we actually found even more Nintendo Switch 2 leaks that came out as of today. Now, as you guys probably have seen throughout this past week, we even made a video on it, so if you guys are new subscribers from over there, or just in the fact you guys actually, are curious on the Switch 2, where we've been seeing a lot of brand new leaks coming out pretty much everywhere. To the fact of, we're hearing news about the internals, like the motherboard. We kind of have all the internal, actual leaks too as well from these companies, such as Nvidia, who have kind of given us the rough idea of what's going to be, internally inside it. We know it's around the PS4 kind of power level, give or take. There were some rumors in the PS5 Pro, but people are kind of backtracking a little bit lower. But right now, we're actually finding some more of the cool stuff, where we're actually now finally seeing the apparently final Joycon controller design before this rumored upcoming Switch 2 announcement, which basically a lot of people are kind of just on the edge of their seats waiting for it, because we already know that Nintendo has confirmed it and we've been watching all this type of stuff. So I'm going to just go and showcase up this and kind of show you guys some of these surprising cool Switch 2 features that I think are coming out in the near future and my thoughts. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the affiliate links down below. We have the Twitters and Twitches down below. And of course, if you just want to hear more Switch 2 news, just let me know in the comment section down below. So I think the really big high level on this is that right now there has been new proponents of the Switch 2, and we've been seeing articles about this, people tweeting about it, and as well, apparently people are saying that this is a legitimate, true thing. So first and foremost, before we dive on over here, I saw this from Nintendo that said the Switch 2 Joy-Con leak is legit, but people claiming it's real simply because the serial number works on Nintendo's check warranty status tool is a little silly. So here's a very fake serial number that works. So I never know, first and foremost, we've been seeing people kind of confirming it. A lot of people are saying the leak is legitimate, and we're about to show you guys here in a second, pretty much a bunch of news sources and everyone else, and as well as some people are trying to go check it and kind of do the extra level of it. Basically, just letting you guys know there is a chance that there might be some fake articles or people coming out with that more stuff, but I'm kind of to report on the big broad scale stuff when everyone else is kind of oh, this seems like this good, seems like it's legit, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So letting you guys know about that. Anyway. So for this, we have now apparently seen the very first initial images, as you guys can see on the video itself, saying the new Nintendo Switch 2 leak reveals final Joy-Con controller design before this rumored January official announcement. So according to recent reports, Nintendo is set to present the Switch 2 within the next few weeks. And obviously, we don't know the exact dates or times or everything else with it, but the big thing to know is that, well, it's coming. We have been waiting for this for a few years. We're watching on the news for it. I'm excited for it. Although there has been no official mention of the new Nintendo console has been forthcoming just yet, high-quality photos of what appear to be a Switch 2 Joy-Con controller have now emerged online, as you guys can kind of go and see. So Nintendo has already confirmed that it will be presenting new hardware this quarter. So in the next few weeks, next few months, we don't know exactly when, which runs until the end of March. So unsurprisingly, leaks concerning the so-called Switch 2 have been piling up as of late. For instance, as we covered this actual video a few days ago, they're basically the console's motherboard that surfaced up online as well. We've had a chance to have just the very first initial impression on it. And we have the Samsung's 8 nanometer node as well, all the RAM and all the other various internals that we covered up on the video itself. And obviously, once again, this kind of went back to the internal specs side, where they're basically, it's good. It's not horrible, it's good. What people were expecting a PS4 Pro, as I mentioned, most people are kind of on that more on the PS4 side, although there's a chance with a little bit of optimization on it, a chance of using their own custom Nintendo engines, obviously, and of course using AI like machine learning and super sampling and stuff like that to also just optimize the console. So the internal specs doesn't really matter that much, but just in case you guys missed the video, the specs are decent. I'd probably still think a Lenovo Go or a Steam Deck, those other gaming handhelds, are stronger, but it still is a good upgrade. You would notice the upgrade from the Switch to Switch 2. But anyway, when it comes to this type of stuff over here, we're seeing these new official pictures from the Joy-Con itself, which is very intriguing. Very intriguing. So apparently the pictures themselves do not reveal the controller's name, so we don't necessarily know if it's going to be a Super Switch or a Switch 2 or Switch Pro or whatever they're going to go call it. I'm assuming they'd probably do Switch 2. It's been 8 years. If you guys want to leave actually your thoughts down below of what you think they call it, I'm thinking the Switch 2. The Super Switch, I feel would maybe fit with the old school Nintendo, but I mean, we can kind of see how weird stuff the Pros, they might just assume you might be okay with your Switch, which in theory we've also been hearing cross-generation compatible. So Switch 2 and Switch 1 games would be fine, just obviously running lesser graphics on the Switch. I'm not sure if that's super true. We'll have to wait for the official announcements, but we've also heard those rumors as well. But basically over here, you can kind of see these pictures, but Nintendo is presumed to have also called them, once again, Joy-Cons, despite their obvious differences from the original Joy-Con controllers. And they are slightly different. So it's worth stressing that the authenticity of these images has still not been verified, so keep that in mind. But a lot of people are assuming it's real. And with that being said, there's no obvious signs of the images that have been doctored. And as well, a lot of people are showing the serial number is visible. And that's why I showed you guys this initial tweet on over here. So just also keep everything with a grain of salt, although it does look likely. On one hand, it looks like Nintendo has dispensed with the physical mounting system of the first Joy-Con controllers. Instead, the new Joy-Con controllers should magnetically attach to the Switch 2. We heard about these leaks before, and I remember covering that on a video. With that being said, it remains to be seen whether the new controllers will be freely removable. So the idea behind this, so you guys can kind of see the two differences between the two, is that instead of it, as we read, be more magnetic. It's literally meant to have this good square on top of your console, whatever it might be, your handheld, and you just go plug it on in. It's kind of funny because back in the day, I remember never wanted to put magnets towards your electronics or power stuff. I think people used to yell at you if you even try. Like you put like a random, I don't know, like a magnet next to your TV, your parents would probably yell at you. At least my parents did. I was an adventure kid. But when it comes to this stuff, I think that's kind of nice. Basically just makes it easier to attach. And I believe there was also some initial rumors, this is not confirmed, may change, that also would have just an easy connectivity for recharging. So let alone is it really easy to take them on and off for the Joy-Con itself because they're magnetically there and you don't have to do that awkward weird class thing. It will also be very nice too that you just have the, I guess for lack of better terms, it's just very easy, very simple. It seems very simplistic to make that work on out. So I'm cool with that. Like it's nice. So it also looks a little bit bigger too as well. So saying on the other hand, wider SL and SR buttons are visible. On top of that, a physical pairing button sits next to the letter, which will be hidden when in use. Comparatively small joystick remains though, albeit reportedly atop a Hall effect sensor that should eliminate the Joy-Con's infamous stick drift. So as well, another thing to note is that they are trying to tone down, obviously, stick drift. There was a big lawsuit about that. They probably lost a lot of money. And of course, it was kind of a faulty design. I myself even did have stick drift when it came to my Switch, although I had my Switch for like 6 years. And if any of you guys have ever done like laptops, phones, whatever, I mean, if I have a console that runs mostly good for 6 years, I still have my Switch itself, just had to buy new Joy-Cons. Like, I'm kind of cool with it, you know? Like, it is what it is. I'll take it. Now, would I prefer if it was not there? Yes, but either at the end of the day, it's not the world's worst vibe. So, number one, it does seem a little bit bigger, although somewhat comparatively. In terms of like the Switch 2, it does seem a little bit bigger. And as well, they also do have this slightly different technology too as well for all of this. So I'm kind of curious your thoughts. So there's also another like part 3 of this, is that we were seeing some initial early rumors that this also may have a PC attachment. Now this one's a little bit of a wild card over here, because essentially I wish I had my Switch near me, but I do have my lovely MetaQuest over here, which we might make a video on this tomorrow, so if you guys see it, please leave a like and your thoughts on it if you guys would like. But like just imagine the idea of like, the controller itself. I don't know, like just imagine this is like a mouse. Like I'm just kind of moving this around and like you could either just use it as a controller, you know, like this. I'll probably just be full cam for this in a second. Like I said, this is not the Switch. I wish it was the random Switch leaks, but I basically have my MetaQuest over here. And like imagine this, like I just have everything kind of moving around. Like I think that seems kind of cool for like a mouse on my PC. Just like do this if I got it. I mean, I'm not against that. And so I think people are actually assuming that might be how they do it for the Switch, where the Switch itself may also have that. Or maybe you might have like a USB attachable, maybe for your PC, which would be weird, but might also mean Nintendo games on PC, maybe in the future. We never know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're future-proof for it. I don't know. Or maybe have a chance to have that integrated with just like the weird augmented reality and controller stuff. But they are actually adding new features. From like, these are all leaks though, once again, leaks. So the fact that it's able to turn into like a PC mouse or is a PC mouseable, that is, like I said, it's a leak / rumor. We don't know if that's going to fully happen or not. The console's not out yet. But as well, same with the Joy-Cons too, you can go and see that a lot of the initial leaks for the specs for the motherboards and GPUs as well as the controllers, because I do remember putting on the magnetic controller Joy-Con itself, do seem to be true. So it does seem like a lot of these initial leaks, even the earlier ones, are seeming to be lining on up. And as well, I do think this Nintendo Switch 2 stuff is getting kind of cool. Like we're seeing a lot more leaks. So if you guys want me to keep covering this news, please let me know. But this seems dope. Like I said, these are all just brand new technology things we have a chance to go and see and utilize. And I'm probably going to be buying this day one. I will most likely be a day one Switch 2 Super Switch Pro buyer. So I'm just getting kind of excited for this one. Now, there has been a few other little smaller leaks for the Switch 2, but I'm trying to, number one, enjoy my break, and number two, kind of just give you guys the big level stuff. So if you guys want to put on notifications, I'll try to be pretty good with it. But I am getting kind of excited for the Switch 2 news, and it does seem like these leaks are picking up more steam. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have all of our random affiliate links down below, the Twitters and the Twitch as well. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place.